What are 5 practical how-tos for leaders?
If we were going to compile a list of instructions for you in order to make your faith-based moral conversation in your congregation work most effectively, we'd want you to do these 5 activities.
Invitation. Invite people thoughtfully. Invite every key player you can think of, despite their position on the issue. Consider well how you will frame the question or the topic. That framing will include some and exclude others. Be as open and welcoming as possible to participants while being clear about your purpose. 2. Location. Hold the conversation in a room in which participants will be making eye contact with one another. Use a gathering space which has welcoming and friendly memories. It will be a signal of hospitality, and deliberate sabotage of the conversation will be less likely. 3. Leadership. The conversation leader and some of the key participants should know the model and what to expect from the participants. They should be, look, and sound open and welcoming. They should be as relaxed as appropriate, both in their appearance and their behavior. They will set the tone. 4. Materials. Participants can be given a handout with a focusing Bible passage, the box, and the triangle pyramid on it, or they can use Bibles for the opening study and then be taught the model using a chalkboard or whiteboard, overheads, or flip charts. When ideas are being shared using the triangle points, every one of them should be recorded and honored. Then these recorded ideas should be placed around the room so that others can see them and refer to them. Flip chart pages and masking tape are simple materials which work beautifully in this process. 5. Closure. Often a group spends 90 minutes learning the model and then talking together and discovers that 90 minutes simply fly by, especially when the conversation floats. Sometimes they have not yet discerned together what their decision and action should be. Then a second meeting must be planned. While the group is together, set the next date. Or, if key leaders believe ahead of time that 2 conversation sessions will be necessary, publicize both dates at the time of the initial invitation so that every participant feels welcome on both occasions.
Earlier, we connected Paul's words to the Philippians with the tradition of the meeting house. If the church is to be a meeting house, then we as Christians need to be engaged in action verbs like talking and listening.
Deciding and acting and imagining together as the body of Christ.
That means disagreeing well.
And not avoiding strangers or those who might disagree with us. Why? Because when we take seriously the power of the Spirit, we know that talking with others, listening to the Scriptures and listening to them, is not just meeting with them, but meeting with God. God's leading us. God's up to something in God's world.